Hey guys, this is Lisa Tedder with Tedder Bear Stamping, and I wanted to teach you today how to make this easel card. I did one for Christmas that, this is not mine, but I cased it and I just loved it so much that I thought I would try my hand at making one using a different stamp set. This is the Crafting Forever stamp set, which is really fun. And my favorite saying in here is crafting forever, housework whenever. Pretty much my motto. Alright, so I did it with the blends, Stampin' Blends. Let me show you how we cut this. So you're going to start off with a piece of 4 1/4 by 11, and your cutter, and we're going to go ahead and place it to the 1 inch that's right here. Let me make sure I have you in my screen. 1 inch, because it's much easier than trying to do it this way, because you don't get as good of a handle on it. This way you have it really nice. Alright, so you're going to start off at 4 1/2, bring this down to the 4 1/2 mark to 10. Then you're going to flip it and do 4 1/2, or what I do is I just go back up because it's already down here and you can't see. Hold on, there we go. So it's already at the 10 and I go up to 4 1/2. Alright, then I put this away and I come in with my Simply Scored. Let me make sure you can see. And I put it in so that the lines are further down. And I come in at 4 1/2, and I'm going to use a small one, so if I make a mistake it's not so obvious on the card. But 4 1/2, and you just meet to this outside line. Then you're going to go to 5 1/2, and don't push down, but kind of draw it across, and then push down once you get across. Whoops, see, this is why I wanted to have, it's hard to eyeball when you have it like this. So 5 1/2 there. Then you're going to come down to 9, 9, and then 10. And then you're going to flip it over because you're going to do the same thing. 4 1/2, meet that line. You just don't want to try to go across because that's when you get into trouble. 9, and then 10. Okay, so then when you have it like this, you're going to fold where the two are at the end. Fold this. They kind of go together. Then you're going to put your finger here, and they automatically fold. And then you have it. And this little mark that I put on there will cover it up. So it's all good. Alright. So that was a really easy fold. It wasn't as hard as it looked. And it's still such a great card to do. Alright, so then we're going to come in with our main piece of paper, and it's the white by 1 7/8 by 4, and I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to stamp in Memento the main image, which is the paintbrushes. I'm going to put it up just a little bit right here. And then I'm going to put this aside just for a second, and I'm going to stamp my two side pieces here. And this is 3/4 by 4 1/4. And what I did was I put, oops, excuse me, I put my pins just so that I wouldn't forget that I only want the one pin on here, because the rest is all hanging off. And I'm going to come in with my Versamark, and whenever you're doing Versamark and embossing, you want to make sure you do the embossing buddy. That keeps it from being too staticky. And you want to kind of bring this to your pad, because, or your pad to the stamp. That way you get it only on that one pin. And I kind of like to have it be going towards the inside. So one's going to go that way. And then I'm going to do it real quick, hopefully. And have the other one coming in the other way. And since I'm using silver glitter paper, I'm going to do it with silver embossing powder. And I got it just in time. You don't want it to dry in between, so you got to be quick on this part. Okay, so there we have the two. And of course we will heat set these, and I will be right back. Okay, so see how pretty that is in the silver? So I'm going to put these here so that I can color those, and I'm going to color these. And while I'm coloring, I thought I would tell you a little bit about myself. Not that you're super inquisitive on what we're going to be about me, but I wanted you to know, because not everybody thinks like right off the bat that they're so talented and stuff, and how can you do this? So when I first started, I didn't even know how to cut paper. I went to Stampin' Up! Classes, and I never thought I could do it. And you know, when you go to the classes, they cut everything for you. And I never learned how to cut paper. And I signed up because I wanted the discount. So it took me a while. My very first class, I had to have help on cutting the paper because I didn't know the dimensions. And that was very scary for me. But then I figured it out, and slowly but surely I was casing everything that I saw, because that was the only thing. And casing is when you just, oh, that's not the one I wanted. I wanted this one. Casing is when you see something and you just copy it exactly, because that is what you do when you don't know how to do anything. And then slowly you start seeing things, and you're like, well, I'll just change up this one thing. And then you start, okay, well, maybe this will be good. And you just keep doing that, and then eventually you start thinking for yourself on what would be good. Now I have that, and then I'm going to come and put this on to a piece of 2 1/8 by 4 1/4. And I'm going to go ahead and put fast fuse, because I thought only glue dots worked on glitter paper, and then I found out that no, fast fuse works too. So yay, that saves me some time. Alright, pretty. Alright, so oops, I forgot I wanted to paint my pins too. Alright, so then I'm going to mount those on a 7/8 by 4 3/8 piece of glitter. And I'm just going to do one swipe down. Well, this says, well, the little white strips are 3/4 by 4 1/4. I'm not sure if I told you that already. Sorry. Okay. Then I'm going to bring my white piece of paper, which is the same measurements as that, and I'm going to bring a piece of my beautiful Berry Burst ribbon that has the silver trim, and I'm going to just wrap this around the edge. There we go. All right, so then they all get put on to your card. Doesn't the silver and the Berry Burst go really well together? I love it. And I wanted this to angle in, and you have to open it up to get this piece. And then this last piece, and my tip is when you're getting ready to put adhesive over your ribbon is to go down over top of it, and it makes it easier for, otherwise if you pull it the other way it kind of pulls it off. Okay, so this goes here. Oh, it goes right to the edge. So there's the front. Isn't that pretty? Gosh, I love how sparkly it is. Okay. Then I'm going to come in with a 4 by 4 1/4 piece of cardstock, and that, I have glitter dust everywhere, and that's going to go just like this. And since we use Berry Burst cardstock, I'm going to use Berry Burst in the stamp, and I'm doing the Crafting Forever, Housework Whenever on here. Alright, and then I'm going to come in with a marker to do my ribbon, and we have to do the little clothespin here in Crumb Cake, and then the ribbon with the Berry Burst. And the cutest thing about this set are the scissors. They're so cute. Okay, so I need to do Embossing Buddy because we're going to do silver again. And then Versamark. Got a little bit generous there. All right, and then heat set this. Please let me know if these are too long, and I can always video it and then talk over it on the other side so that I can like double speed it. I really want to do what you guys like, but I don't know whether or not you like to watch me make mistakes and all that. So please let me know, and I hope that you subscribe to my channel because that makes me happy. And it lets me know that you like what I'm doing. So there, we have the finished product. I hope you enjoyed this and that you come back next week. And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.